Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, that's it, just release any tension, allowing any trapped emotions to feel that they are letting go. And when you breathe in, notice that when you breathe in just a tiny bit deeper than before, your lungs increase, the amount of that resourceful relaxation you're breathing in. And when you breathe out, feel that some of those trapped emotions are just evaporating, diffusing, diluting or melting away, and feel them leave your body in that outward breath. Breathe out longer and deeper than you normally would. And in doing so, you activate your diaphragm. Some people consider the diaphragm not just the pump of the lungs, but also the pump of the lymphatic system, the natural system in the body that ensures health and vitality. So when you breathe in deeper and exhale for longer, imagine a hydraulic pump pumping around a unique, powerful system in your body. A system that expels anything toxic, anything that could cause pain, and increases your ability to activate wellness, vitality, and health. Breathing in and breathing out. And notice when you breathe from the diaphragm, you're breathing from the belly, not the chest. And most people notice that when they breathe from the belly, not only are they breathing in deeper, but they feel more relaxed as the breath slowly becomes effortless, requiring no energy to breathe in from the chest. The shoulders don't need to rise. It's just there deep down in the belly. Breathing in and breathing out. As you feel you're drifting to a place of contemplation, insight, reflection, a form of internal meditation where change can naturally occur. Change doesn't need to be painful. In fact, the best changes rarely are. The best changes come naturally, effortlessly, and sometimes a profound change can come from the simplest of realizations, when suddenly the dots that were there all along start to join up and make sense. I want you to think of a good movie with an excellent twist. Wasn't it the case that you had all the information beforehand, but only when you saw the twist did everything you saw before that point make sense? And what if all along there's been clues as to what these sensations have been trying to do for you, not to you. The goal was never to create misery, discomfort, and pain. The goal was a nudge in a direction to improve the quality of your life. I want you to imagine that your unconscious is much like a foreign tourist. If they're not understood, they speak louder. And what if your intuition has been communicating through physical sensations? By not listening, the sensations increased. But when you started to listen, those sensations decreased. And I wonder what would happen if you started to perceive the sensations in your mouth not as pain, not as a problem, not an affliction or disease, not even a syndrome, but the power of your subconscious mind communicating with you. They've had something to say. And when you listen and respond, there is no reason for them to keep communicating. If your unconscious mind is willing to entertain a new paradigm, a new way of thinking, that the purpose of these sensations in your mouth is an intuitive feedback loop, your own spidey sense, a gift for you to make decisions that improve the quality of your life. Just let me know by nodding your head. Breathe in and breathe out, and just imagine walking down a staircase into a cellar, and allow your mind to perceive that the cellar is the deepest parts of your subconscious mind. I'll count down from 5 to 1, and you will imagine walking down the staircase into the cellar. And when I arrive at 0, you will be in the cellar. And you can let me know by nodding your head. 5, just feeling more relaxed, taking a step down into the cellar. 4, feeling a wave of relaxation from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. 3, as you breathe in, just release any tension around your mouth, tongue, anything connected with your nostrils and breathing. Release it all. 2, just feel a wave of relaxation in your limbs, from your shoulder down to your fingertips, from the top of your legs all the way down to your toes. And then 1, imagine taking a step on the final step, and then 0 into the cellar. That's it. Imagine you're in the cellar, and imagine that you can see the most comfortable chair possible. When you feel like you're in the cellar of your mind and you can see that chair, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. Take a seat on that chair, the most comfortable chair you could imagine, and feel that you're sinking deep, deep down into that chair, feeling so relaxed, comfortable, relaxed. Imagine yawning on that chair, feeling so drowsy and relaxed. And for some reason, I want you to imagine seeing an old chalkboard in front of you. Maybe like the kind of blackboard or chalkboard you used to see at school. And I want you to imagine written down in chalk is the word pain. P-A-I-N, but written vertically. I want you to imagine that each letter of the word pain is the start of a new word. Consider this an empowering acronym to allow pain to work for you and not against you, to turn an enemy into an ally. And if your unconscious is willing to make that shift, that change, let me know by nodding your head. Feeling deeper relaxed there in that sofa, looking up at the chalkboard, and then imagine seeing the word write itself in chalk. The P takes on a new connotation as you see the word purposeful being written. As it occurs to you, almost all pain has a purpose. The purpose of pain is sometimes to leave an area alone so it can heal, to seek attention or help. But sometimes the purpose of pain is to facilitate a change. There are many people that had a mild heart attack, excruciating pain in their chest, but it led to a period of reflection on diet, exercise, and led to a complete change of lifestyle. If your unconscious mind accepts that pain is purposeful, let me know by nodding your head. And then look at the letter A. And I don't know if you see the word action or adaptation. Allow your unconscious mind to fill in the blank. But in both cases, something needs to change. The action could cause the adaptation, because the adaptation doesn't happen by itself. A wise man once said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So I wonder, what changes could take place? Adaptations to your choices, boundaries, life, and values. And when you make those changes, you begin to notice if the sensations change. As you look at I, maybe you see the word indicator or insight. Maybe pain is to indicate the change, or maybe to give you a nudge to mindfully reflect, to glean the insight as to what the pain is doing for you, not to you. I think you've gleaned so much insight already, which is why you've noticed the pain turn to discomfort. But the more insight you extract, the more you can adapt. And when pain has served its purpose, the pain goes away. And then look at the letter N and see the word nurture. As you realize that in the past, when pain came, the unconscious letters connected to N was to numb the pain. But as you breathe in and breathe out, you're already adapting. The goal now is not to numb the pain, but to learn the lesson from the pain. And sometimes the ideal lesson is to nourish and nurture yourself. to give yourself what your body needs emotionally, intellectually, physically, nutritionally. I want you to get a sense that the more you nurture yourself, the more able you are to notice. Pain turns to discomfort, and discomfort turns into perhaps ambivalence or just no sensation at all. And consider no sensation at all a blank canvas in which positive sensations could be built upon. From this point forward, you will perceive pain to be a purposeful action signal. The more you think about the correct actions to take, the more you will notice if it reduces pain and discomfort in the future. You now have access to a brain more powerful than a quantum computer, and it will communicate initially through your mouth. But don't be surprised if in the future it doesn't need to communicate through physical sensations. In the future, it may communicate through epiphanies, realizations, ideas, so that pain isn't required at all. As you breathe in and breathe out, you recognize your pain as a purposeful signal, guiding you to reflect your current practices, choices, and decisions. You see this pain as a call to action, motivating you to make necessary adjustments in your lifestyle, priorities, or values. You see the pain as an invitation to adapt. It can inspire you to adapt your habits and environments, what you're willing to say yes to and what you're willing to say no to. As you start to use your discomfort as an indicator that something needs your attention, perhaps physically, emotionally, or mentally, and allow the sensations to provide insightful guidance about the boundaries perhaps necessary for your personal life. Pain is never permanent, only temporary. So use it as an opportunity for holistic reflection on your health and your life. Every time you engage in purposeful relaxation techniques, you're nurturing your body and your mind. And what if sometimes the pain is just an indicator of the need for more balance, more rest, or perhaps a change in priorities? The sensations can also be a trigger for mindfulness. Music, art, ideas, books, concepts, good food. Any sensory experiences will not only nurture your mind but reduce stress and lessen the sensations of pain or discomfort. You will become increasingly aware of the subtle indicators of progress. Consider agony a level 10 in sensations, intense pain a level 9, and pain as a level 8. Activate the sensory acuity to notice when it's decreasing, and start to become aware of changes in decisions, choices, boundaries, your approach as to what contributes to that ever-decreasing number. And the goal doesn't have to be 0 or 1. Just notice when it gets less than it was before. You can nurture your mind through learning new things, nurture your body through exercise or good nutrition. But you can also nurture hope, a deep belief that by listening to the sensations, you can make changes and notice improvements. You will start to anticipate that as you adapt and change, nourish and nurture, that the pain will turn to discomfort and discomfort to almost no sensation at all. As your unconscious mind will now consider that these sensations in your mouth deserve a nap. Sensations in your mouth can relax and rest because you are willing to make subtle changes to your life, to steer it in a wonderful direction where what you lose in pain and discomfort, you gain in stimulation, balance, and feelings of joy and inspiration. Breathing in and breathing out, and look at the chalkboard and still see those words. You don't even notice pain anymore. You notice purposeful, adaptation, an indicator to nurture. That's the new meaning for you from this point forward. So feel that you're getting up out of that comfortable chair and feel that you're climbing a staircase in the cellar, climbing up to the ground floor. And imagine seeing someone just like you, relaxed, and climb back into your body, but taking these realizations, new belief systems, this new paradigm with you fully into the present moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect fully in the present moment. And just before, count from 1 to 10. I want you to feel a deep sense of appreciation for the intention behind the pain. Even if the pain is not desirable, you can appreciate its intention, its purpose is to make your life better. And as you acknowledge that, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. Counting from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.